All right, good morning. I am Mrs. Farley, and I'm going to be your art teacher this year. I am making a video of my classroom to just sort of familiarize you guys where all of my stuff, all of your supplies, can be found. So I'm standing in the doorway of my room, so the first thing that you see when you enter my room is going to be my desk. Over to the right, I have a desktop computer that anyone can use. I have my printer over to the right as well. I made a bulletin board this year of just sort of facts about learning, learning through the arts, and quotes from artists and scholastic people about how important the arts is in our educational system. At the front of the board, I have my main rules. Okay, so the rules in the art room, number one, most importantly, is if it causes a problem for anyone in the classroom, including me, then it's not allowed. Please act responsibly today. And my expectations, come to class on time and prepared to work. Be respectful to yourself, the teacher, classmates, and other materials. Always try your best and clean up after yourself. But most importantly, I want you to relax and enjoy art with a positive attitude. On the very left-hand side of the board, I always have the project that we're currently working on. So 5th grade is going to be starting on Vincent van Gogh's Sunflower Clay Bowls. 6th grade is going to be working on Aboriginal dot paintings. 7th grade will start off the year with half and half drawings. And 8th graders, we're going to do something different this year. We're going to start brainstorming project options together. And together as a group, we'll decide what projects you're actually going to do this year. So here's my desk area. In front of my desk, I have some everyday supplies. I have markers, colored pencils, scissors, glue sticks, compasses, Sharpie markers, tape. I have some different textures and rubbings there, and more markers down there. So that's your basic everyday supplies. If I turn to the right, I have the big beige cabinet. It's all of my paints. And then I have all of the other supplies that we use up in the cupboards and below there. I really don't want students in those cupboards. I have them nice and organized, and I want to keep them that way. So generally I'll have the supplies out on the counters that you're going to need, or sometimes if you see on that little table there with the Starry Night fabric on it, I'll also put supplies out there. But I'll let you know where your supplies can be found. And occasionally I will let you get up into the cupboards, but for now I'm not going to. Okay, I'm going to back up. I'm going to walk to my board. And I'm going to turn around so that you can get a whole look into my classroom. So from the front board all the way back. So I have 6 tables. Now for 5th and 6th graders, I will do a seating chart. And you guys will help me pick where you're going to sit. You have some choice options in that. 7th and 8th grade were nice small classes. And I don't do a formal seating chart for 7th and 8th grade, but I will write one out. You can sit where you'd like. I will write one out just for substitute teachers so that they know if everyone's here and can get your name right. So I've got lots of famous artwork on the walls. I have Starry Night. I have The Kiss. I have, way back there, I have American Gothic. Below American Gothic is my kiln. And the kiln is what we fire our clay in. So whenever we work in clay, and everyone will be working on clay except for the 7th graders. In 7th grade, we focus on 2-dimensional art. And we'll take a look inside. Everyone always wants to see inside the kiln. So the poles sticking up are for me to place kiln shelves on, and then those little X's our kiln furniture, and so I put clay pieces on top of those so that the clay glazed pieces don't stick to the bottom shelf. So my kiln, and it has a hood above it, and that's like a ventilation system. So we fire the kiln in there, or we fire the clay in there. It does get very hot, so I'm always warning the people that sit at this table to be extra careful when the kiln is on, and definitely not touching the kiln at all, because it does get hot. If I turn around here, I've got, this is kind of like my catch-all shelving. It's primarily stuff to work with in clay and sort of three-dimensional stuff. So there's all my glazes. When we work in paint, you're gonna grab these for your waters right here. Like I said, my glazes, that's all clay stuff that I'll get out for you. Nothing up here is for you. Down below, sometimes, well, no, every time that we work in clay, we want to work on a fabric surface, and we just use, in the top box is going to be canvas that we use so that the clay doesn't stick to the tables. And also below that, in the bottom box, I've got tablecloths for when we're painting, and we also put them out for clay a lot too. So there's my paper towel dispenser, nice trash can right next to it. There's my double sink. Whenever we are cleaning, and just so it reminds you, I am not here to clean up after you. You will be cleaning up after yourselves. We put the paint brushes up in here, and plates and anything else that we're using to wash, and we'll leave them there to drip dry down into the sinks. Okay. I just sort of have my extra clay down here. I never have enough storage for anything, so I'm piling up on more shelves. Over here, I have, this is my paint, or my paper cabinet right there. Again, that students should not be in the paper cabinet. The bottom box here, you can see it, that has newspapers in it. You can use those anytime you need to. This one has magazines in it, so whenever we're doing collage and stuff. On my counter, very important, do not touch, is my paper cutter. I have some stuff piled on it, but do not touch means do not touch. It doesn't mean touch it. It doesn't mean lift up the handle to see, you know, what sound it makes. So please don't touch. I have known people, including my own aunt, who have cut parts of their fingers off using this. So it's not anything to be playing around with. I always have my pencil sharpener here. I have an electrical one here, and it works quite nicely. I also have another pencil sharpener up at the front of the room. So here, we'll take a quick peek into my paint cabinet. I do have it nice, neat, and organized right now. So on the top, I keep fluorescent paints. On the middle, I have all the tempera. That's our everyday paint. Here is sort of shimmery paint. Down there, I have some acrylic paint and watercolors. And then the bottom, I keep all of our canvas board. Nice trash can there. Please make sure that all of the trash makes it in that trash can. If I come back up to my board, I have a shelf here, and I have some more everyday supplies. So free drawing paper, anytime you are finished with the project early, you may want to free draw. So any of this paper right here is for free drawing. I usually keep some coloring sheets or little artistic worksheets in here. I'll get that filled up for the first day of school. I have little handheld. If you're using colored pencils, you will not want to use the automatic pencil sharpener there. You will want to use these wonderful little small handheld pencil sharpeners. They work great for colored pencils. Colored pencils, when you use them in here, get broken off, they get jammed up. It's not meant for colored pencils. Also, I do not supply you pencils, everyday pencils for sketching. I don't like the mechanical pencils. So if all you have is a mechanical, you're welcome to borrow one of my pencils. I actually have duct tape on it here so that students don't walk away with it. Excuse me. So if you want to borrow one of my pencils, that's great. I just keep this little tin at the corner of my desk, and just at the end of class, return it, please. Obviously, these little pencils, erasers, don't last us super long. So I always have extra big erasers up here, and I'll get some fresh, clean ones for the school year. But we keep them up here too, all right? If you need to use a triangle, or I have my protractors in here, we actually do use these in art class. Who knew? And I keep rulers up here as well. These are all art books that you're welcome to look through anytime that you want. They're just here for your pleasure. So, thank you for touring the art room, and I hope that you have a great school year.